It was sometime in October in 1991. I remember it was before Halloween. I was up late working on a project for work. My wife and daughter were both long asleep. The radio was playing softly in the background. I was living in Sacramento, California. Sometimes at night, if the conditions were just right, I could pick up Live 105 in San Francisco, which was a radio station that played things like punk and other modern types of music that a conservative type of city of like Sacramento, you just wouldn't get an opportunity to listen to on the air. Almost all of the music I listened to at the time really didn't get radio airtime. I heard a song coming through the speakers that just kind of really caught my attention and made me stop what I was doing and go over to the stereo and just listen. That was really kind of strange or odd for me. I had not ever heard anything like this before played on the radio. I waited until the end to see if I could hear what the name of the song and the band was. The DJ said that it was Teen Spirit by Nirvana, a new band out of the Seattle area and a brand new release from the band. The next day I headed to Tower Records and purchased the CD Nevermind. It was not long until even the radio stations in Sacramento, who normally played traditional rock-style bands like Led Zeppelin and others, were playing Nevermind as well. They kind of broke through the proverbial ceiling, because then you could actually hear our local rock radio stations playing Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains, as well as others. And it was a great era of radio. I recently was talking to a bunch of friends of similar age and was amazed because all of them could remember when and where they were and what they were doing the first time that they heard the song Teen Spirit, like it was some sort of significant historical event. If this is the case for you as well, please leave your experience in the comments for this video. With the Jag-Stang, Kurt Cobain lived all of our dreams. He got the opportunity to work directly with the Fender Custom Shop in 1993 to provide his ideas and drawings for what he thought would be the perfect guitar for him. After several prototype iterations, the Jag-Stang was born. The original prototype that Kurt played was given to Peter Buck of REM after his death and can be seen being played by Peter in the video for What's the Frequency, Kenneth, which in fact Peter Buck is playing the guitar in the video. It's a left-handed model that he's taken and restrung and playing it right-handed, and it does have the white pickguard like Fender is releasing right now. The guitar has been released several times by Fender, including being made in Japan. In 2021, Fender released the current Jag-Stang as a made in Mexico version of the guitar, and is described by Fender as the Kurt Cobain Jag-Stang guitar comes in Fiesta Red and Sonic Blue finishes, and all the specs on the new Jag-Stang are as they were in Kurt's original model, honoring his creation. The guitar features an alder body, 24-inch short scale length, 7¼ inch radius, rosewood fingerboard. Additionally, the vintage-style single-coil and custom humbucking pickups allow players to recreate Cobain's classic tones. The Mustang guitar slider switch provides the flexibility to dial in 4 distinct settings for a variety of in or out of phase tones, perfect for replicating Kurt's punchy guitar sounds. The Kurt Cobain Jag-Stang guitar is available in both right and left-handed models, which kind of makes sense since he played left. When I've seen Kurt's Sonic Blue Mustangs in pictures, I've seen that he had a red tortoiseshell pickguard on them, and not the white that the Jag-Stang is now released with. This is what always stuck in my mind when I think of Kurt playing a guitar like the Jag-Stang. So I basically pre-ordered before I even had the guitar. I already had pickguard on its way to me. I just thought it would look better with the red tortoiseshell. It was more Kurt. So this is something I needed to remedy. I found that you should only order the pickguard from WD Music Products. I ended up ordering 3 different versions before coming to this conclusion. The pickguard in this video is a knockoff from China. There are not too many offerings of pickguards for this guitar. The first pickguard I got just didn't fit at all. They didn't even have the pickups configured correctly. The one I used in this video fit after I did some filing work. Later, I actually got a WD version shipped to me, and I now have that on, and it literally fit perfectly on the guitar without alteration, and it's the one I really recommend if you want to make changes. And they offer in different colors and so on. I'm a big guy. I like playing Mustangs, but they are a little small for me in scale and size. I expected this guitar to be the same. It is small, but the contouring of the body somehow compensates for it, and it just makes it fit for me. I don't understand why. I'm really starting to appreciate the wiring that comes in a Fender Jazzmaster or Jaguar and the potential tones and flexibility that provides a player. I never realized how much of a completely different beast these guitars were from Fender than the rest of the traditional Fender Stratocaster and Telecasters. The Jag-Stang is pretty much kind of the same breed. The two little 3-position switches at the top of the body offer an amazing amount of different tonal capabilities. So what's on the screen right now is a diagram of kind of like all the different combination of switch positions that you can have and what they'll produce. If you count both positions, are both pickups being off as one of the phases or modes, there's 5 modes. So there's both pickups off, neck pickup on, bridge pickup on, both pickups on in phase, both pickups on out of phase. And just different ways that you can actually get each of those combinations by moving the switches in different positions, as you can see on the screen. I don't really like normally artist guitars. This is only, to be honest with you, the second one I've ever owned. The first one was the Joe Strummer Telecaster from Fender, which, to be honest with you, I thought was kind of a big letdown because all the aging for what you were paying for was actually painted on the guitar instead of actually relic. And I know that Fender can make a good relic guitar in that price point, so it was really kind of strange. The Jag-Stang, in my opinion, is a really good example of a artist signature model executed well. I have to say is a really nice guitar to play. The only thing that I can say negative was, out of the box, the guitar had probably one of the driest fretboards I've ever seen on a guitar, and had to oil it and to get it to where it's supposed to be. Other than that, that was easily fixed. It's a great guitar. It really is. And something that I will hang on to and cherish because it represents something that in my life was important to me.